Lotus Squad, welcome back to Sage Lotus Tarot 888. And today I'm going to do something a little different. Guys, whenever I do these readings, be mindful of your sun, moon, and rising signs, because when I call out certain zodiac signs that come up in the reading, I want you guys to be able to identify, who the energies are referring to and stuff like that a lot easier. So pay attention to your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, with that said, you guys, I wanted to come on here to discuss something in regards to the beef in the spiritual community. I've been noticing that it's been ramping up more and more lately. Brothers turning against brother and sister against sister, even vice versa of those energies as well. So I wanted to come on here to look into things a little bit, because there's some definite source of the beef that somebody isn't privy to, and it may be dragging the viewers into something that they have no clue about. So I want to look into that, and I also want to specify, I know why I started my channel, and this is not to bash anyone. This is not to start drama. So I want to make that very clear before we dive into the energies. It's just something that I've noticed with the, people copying each other's titles, people copying each other's style, the way that they dress. I've even seen it done with me, even though I'm a smaller channel. I'm definitely not big-headed and thinking that, I'm the best thing since sliced bread or what have you. But I've been noticing that as a common theme, that everybody is just trying to one-up everybody on this platform. But mainly, since I am a part of the spiritual community, I've been seeing it more so in the spiritual community. So I figured, let me come on here and look into what's really going on. So with that said, let's just jump right into it. I ask that you please reveal to me a Celtic cross of the fakes and the false prophets in the spiritual community. Please reveal to me and the collective, to their viewers, what is the source of the beef, who is a part of it, and what is the best advice to navigate through some of the things that are revealed to us. Please show me in a way that I can clearly understand. Thank you. So with that said, I'm going to shuffle this up a little bit more. That's so awesome, you guys. I love how that just flipped over. Nine of Pentacles over here. So you guys are standing on your own 2 feet. You guys are hitting the ground running. So I'm seeing this as, from the viewer standpoint and the overall energies that we're bringing to the table here. But with that said, let me go ahead and shuffle this up just a little bit more. And I did notice this Magician crop up. Now, there are 2 cards that have popped out as I saw, the card I was getting ready to mention. I saw that it was the Magician. And we're in the upright. So we're focused on manifestation, self-mastery, and focusing on the self. Through this self-awareness, self-reflection, and self-improvement, we are starting to see abundance come into our lives in regards to that. A lot of us that are lone wolves, so to speak, those of us that are not really focused on trying to collab, I see that that's where these energies are a lot more targeted. Let's just put it like that. And you guys made a decision to focus on yourself and your money. So to those of you that are viewing other spiritual advisors, this could be within the church, this could be within, an initiative or initiated group of beings, like high priestesses, high priests, things of that nature. Even in the chosen one community, I've been noticing that there have been people that are focused on, a big, quick and fast and in a hurry money grab. And then there are those of us like me that started this channel, not necessarily about chosen ones, but started this channel for a spiritual purpose, to be able to help those who may be dealing with things or struggling with things that they feel like they can't speak about, or that they quite literally cannot speak about. I made this channel so people that may be feeling alone in life know that there's someone out there that understands. There's a way out. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that is my job, to make sure that I'm living in my purpose, the calling that God has given to me upon my life, to use whatever tool, whether that's a book, whether that's tarot cards, to be able to get my messages out there. And since I'm looking into other people's energies, I myself do not need the cards, never really did. But, I use these to be able to look a little bit deeper into what's going on and to be able to get confirmation, not just for myself, but for others that are watching these videos. So with that said, let me go ahead and cut the deck right here, you guys, and I'm going to get started with the heart of the matter. So the heart of the matter, we're starting with Two of Pentacles. Some of us have already made a decision not to involve ourselves with certain people in the spiritual community. Maybe we've made a decision that we're not going to shell out money if we get a strange feeling about someone that leaves us feeling abandoned. Maybe some of us have dealt with some spiritual advisors or spiritual leaders who may have, offered us something such as maybe classes or coaching sessions or things of that nature where some of us may have been abandoned, quite literally. Some of us may have felt like, somebody skipped out on the tab, so to speak, or in this particular case, skipped out on providing or producing the goods that were paid for by you. I'm seeing that you guys made a decision that you're not going to deal with people that are always, low vibrational and wanting to bring you down. I've even seen a couple of readers even specifically that have been exposed for doing spell work and doing, dark things in the background, and doing dark things over their viewers. We don't do that over here. And by we, I mean me. I have no need to beg for money. I have no need to do this for profit. And I have no need to try to tear other creators down to be able to do so. And I've been noticing a lot more of that. Some of us, are deciding I'm going to jump ship. I'm not going to be dealing with this because some of us could be witnessing some spiritual advisors that are not maturing. They're not developing emotionally. They're not maturing when it comes to their content. And, so we've decided to either move forward with our own artistic and creative expression, or we've decided to move forward with people of like mind, people that are artists, people that love to create as a whole. And see, that's something with me, and not to make this all about me, guys, but the only thing that I can reference are things in relation to myself. But, when it comes to people that really do things for the love or the passion of it, you can tell, or for reasons such as, for example, wanting to help people, wanting to heal. My spirit guides and my ancestors always tried to drive the point home before I could even see clearly with my spiritual eyes that I am meant to be a healer, a shaman. There are things that I can do with my hands and have done with my hands that I didn't even know that I could do. And I'm still learning every day. So that's not to sit here and toot my own horn. That's not to sit here and brag or be braggadocious. But this is something that I'm learning along my journey, and my mission and my intention behind this channel is to make sure that I'm doing this not for the numbers. I'm doing this not for the profit. I'm doing this purely on a soul mission basis. So just to make that clear, I don't have to say these things. And guys, use your own discernment. I'm not going to be the type of creator that's going to try to dictate to someone, how they should spend their money or who they should spend their money with or who they should listen to or who they shouldn't. Beware of those that do that, because I'm starting to see a lot more of that in the spiritual community as well. If they don't respect you as a viewer enough to understand that, you are capable of discerning for yourself who someone is, and then therefore able and capable of discerning who to spend their money with and what have you. When I start seeing, for example, when I start seeing certain spiritual advisors on here, so-called spiritual leaders on here, start trying to dictate how someone else's beliefs are not okay, even though they are not studied on any of the things that this other person is doing spiritually in a different way. They want to condemn you and make you seem like you're demonic and all of these different things. When most of the time, and especially people within the church, and this is not to shade anyone that believes in that, I respect everyone's belief. But what I don't respect and what I won't tolerate are people that will try to spread malicious gossip, try to use the name of religion or use the name of whatever their spiritual practice is, to try and tear other creators down or to try to tear someone else down, So I feel like a lot of us are taking action towards moving forward with our own creative pursuits. And maybe even some of you guys have decided, I want to, learn more about my abilities and gifts and expand on that and actually take action towards these things. So I see good opportunities coming our way from that. Some of us may even be getting donations, stuff like that. From people seeing that we're doing this for the love of our craft here, the love, and when I say craft, I'm not saying witchcraft, so, people love to mince words and try to, turn them around on you, so we're going to go ahead and make sure we got every single disclaimer here today, because I don't play those types of games. I don't work with demons. I don't do any of those things. And to hear some of the spiritual advisors be so sure about who I am, having never met me, having never met anybody that they may be accusing. Again, this isn't just about me. This is about the collective, but I can only speak from my experience. So, just seeing that was very disappointing. But not to make this too long, guys, I just wanted to dive into this. And the bottom of the deck is be patient. Some of you guys may have dealt with someone that cut off communication with you, that you had already paid. You were looking for, production of goods. So let's say you were getting a reading or wanting to get spell work done, and this particular person never followed through on what you were told you were going to receive. I also see some signs showing up, so I'm going to call this all out. Let me lay out the final card. Okay, so just stay patient, stay strong. Some of you guys may have been dealing with people who quite literally were looking at this journey as a money grab, and they were looking at this as a popularity contest. And I see somebody here. We're going to call out all the signs, right? So in the challenge, we have the Knave of Cups, and this is going to be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. This could be somebody that's trying to silence someone who's trying to communicate or confess to something here about not getting their readings done. Or getting their services that they paid for. I'm seeing Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This could be an older woman. I'm seeing someone looking to get their justice from this situation. And some of you guys could also be in Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I don't know where that was going. I almost misspoke on those signs. But anyhow, let's get back into it. So I feel like somebody stopped communicating with you about whether or not you were supposed to get your reading or whether or not you were supposed to get your course and what day, you guys agreed. It never happened. So I'm seeing Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in the reverse, and I'm also seeing Pisces in the reverse. So I feel like I'm also seeing Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. So what I'm seeing in this situation is a lot of us may have been dealing with somebody that was quite literally a scam artist. They never followed through on their readings. Somebody that doesn't, have any reviews for their site, but they're offering these high-priced readings or high-priced courses, stuff like that. And somebody is trying to silence someone here. So somebody's trying to silence somebody that is a water sign is what I'm feeling. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They may have tried to use their physical attraction to their advantage. Like I said, when it comes to high priests, high priestesses, or people that are trying to use their intuitive gifts, they're trying to use these things against other people. So they know people will be coming to them for clarification, confirmation, clarity, and they are definitely using their spiritual gifts for a hidden agenda. They have a hidden agenda associated with this. They have ulterior motives with this. And they're starting to see that other people aren't collaborating with them due to someone here that's spreading malicious gossip, somebody that is just a complete B-I-T-C-H, girl. I'm telling you, with a capital B-I-T-C-N-H. This person is very cold-hearted. They don't care who they hurt with the things that they say, the malicious gossip that they spread. And again, I'm not sure who this person is. For some of you, it could be an Aquarius specifically, but I see Gemini and Libra as well. When it comes to somebody trying to silence you because they're trying to hide the fact that they themselves are the perpetrator, but they may be trying to act as though or convince others around you that you yourself are in fact the perpetrator when really they are in fact guilty of this. They may have tried to turn other people against you to make them not want to collaborate with you. This is something that they didn't plan on doing, so maybe you guys didn't really have like a plan to come and start standing and living in your purpose. Once you tried to do so, somebody immediately tried to cut you down. This is somebody that is using manipulation. So they may use some sort of propagandist sort of information. They're spreading disinformation, and they're trying to leave you in confusion here. They're trying to make you feel as though you yourself are the problem. They're trying to incite insecurity within you because they want to continue moving forward with whatever scam they have going on without exposure. What I'm saying is, to those of you that have dealt with people that have scammed you out of your money, never paid you back, never followed through on the services that they promised you, I'm saying that you guys are going to heal from this and release yourself from this. The advice is, if you are dealing with somebody that's still not communicative in regards to what happened to the services that you ordered, I do see that there will be a release here, or the advice is telling you to release yourself from this. Trust what it is that's in your gut. Trust the fact that if it's a track record or a recurring pattern where this person is not following through on what they said that they would, then follow your gut. Use your discernment. Like I said, I'm not here to tell anybody who to believe. I'm not here to slander anybody. I'm not here to start beef, but I am here to reveal the truth and speak the truth. I am the truth. Okay, and so for a long time, kind of looking into this situation here on a personal note, this is definitely ringing true even for my own self. This is for the collective, but for my own self, I see a lot of references to this. But let's keep going. So a lot of us are hoping to receive our justice for this, because we know that there are a group of 3 or more people that are speaking amongst themselves, and they all have big platforms where they're celebrating the fact that they cut you down, basically. I feel like you will then, in turn, for those of you on the other side of that, for those of you that are dealing with malicious gossip and bullying, let's say, that you were involving yourself with some spiritual advisors here, and you're noticing a fallout with them, or you're noticing that you yourself don't feel right in your spirit after listening to them, you will come out on the other side just fine, as long as you know that maybe rejection is most definitely divine intervention and God's protection. Even though it may look daunting and like, what's going on, maybe it might be making you feel like something is wrong with you, or they may try to make you feel in some way that it's your fault. But really, these people are cold-hearted. They did things behind your back. Even I'm hearing that someone is coming through someone's dreams, or they're using, dark works to be able to get money from people just to turn around and scam them. People that are placing spells on other content creators that they feel like they're in competition with. They're colluding with other people that have bigger platforms against smaller platforms is what I'm hearing. And I think a lot of you guys are starting to see through that. You may not receive communication or direct confession from the person that's doing the scamming and things like that. But I do see that whoever tried to silence you, they are just an outright degenerate, straight up. Like they try to use their looks, they try to use, their wealth of knowledge for the wrong reasons and to prey on people and to siphon off of people's pocketbooks. Now, I want to clarify a few things here. I want to clarify this Queen of Swords reversed before we wrap this up. Who is the Queen of Swords reversed? Guys, drop it in the comments below if this is resonating with you, or if you yourself have experienced this as a content creator, or for those of you that are simply viewers, because, it's been a recurring theme from my spirit guides, my spiritual team, telling me what's going on. And I think a lot of these people use certain tips or psychological tricks to maneuver around what it is they're doing. Definite gaslighting. They're facing judgment, you guys. They're going to face judgment. Trust your gut, you guys. Call on God, the Most High God, the creator of all. Ask him to reveal to you who is real, and look, I'm the one doing this reading. Even ask about me. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to, worry about in that case, because I know who I work for, and I work for the Most High God, regardless of whether somebody else with a differing, spiritual practice or belief agrees or disagrees. That's up to them. That is their experience. But it does kind of give red flag energy when I start hearing and seeing that, because I don't take the time to start looking at what somebody else believes and then to try to tear them down in every single video. I don't look at what somebody else is doing or saying and then trying to tear them down in my own video. No, what we do here, what I do here, is I focus on what is. And I hold myself accountable for any mistakes that I've made, and I've always been transparent, but they're definitely facing judgment, because there are a lot of smoke and mirrors that they've been throwing up. Whoever this Queen of Swords reversed is, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, this person has been throwing up a lot of smoke and mirrors. They've been spreading lies, and it's going to come back home to roost, where now they're going to be dealing with their own set of frustrations. They're going to be dealing with their own set of creative blocks. So if they try to block you creatively, or if they're trying to create blocks in your life or blocks within money, that is going to end. Somebody had a contract, some sort of contract, or made contracts with people to do dirt behind the scenes for them, so it wouldn't trail back to them. But God sees all. And that's going to come out in the wash with this Judgment card. Let me see what's going on with this High Priestess reversed. That's crazy. I have Leo coming up. So Leo came up twice. Scorpio came up twice. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I mean, guys, apply it to your situation. Like I said, drop in the comments below and let me know what's going on. But whoever this is, they were worried about wealth above all else. Us, we're deciding to go it alone. Some of us may have considered collaborating with certain people just to find out that they were scam artists, or just to find out that, they weren't who they presented themselves to be. And now we're focusing on ourselves and manifesting abundance for ourselves. That's what I see. Somebody is not happy that their secrets are being exposed. So even throughout this reading, guys, you can even fact check me right here, right now. I challenge everybody to fact check me. That'll help me improve my game, if for whatever may be called out, if there's anything called out. But I definitely see that this cycle is definitely coming to completion. So if they've been messing with your money or trying to subconsciously put word curses over you, I notice when some spiritual advisors are speaking, they'll repeat certain negative things, about, they may be talking about our enemies, right? But they'll repeat what the enemies want to be done to us. And I don't know if they're doing it, with the realization of what they're doing, or with the knowledge of knowing just what they're doing. I think a lot of them do. But on a subconscious level, if your brain is hearing repetitive messages about all these negative things that, the enemies want done to us, instead of focusing on how, the collective needs to heal or how they can heal, then that's a red flag to me too. Like, so basically you're trying to put in my subconscious what you really want, while you're appearing as though you are working for God, when really you're in the background doing dark works, you're in a cult, you're doing all these different things and trying to hide your secrets by trying to pin them on somebody else that's genuine. That's what I see and feel. That just came through just clearly in a stream of consciousness. And I'm here for it. Let me see the Page of Cups. So I feel like somebody was trying to take your money. They were trying to take away, to other content creators out there that are dealing with other content creators in the spiritual community that have been spreading malicious gossip, that have been trying to stop your shine, okay, out of jealousy or whatever the case may be. Keep going, because you focusing on the self and mastering yourself, going within to have self-reflection, have more self-awareness, focus on self-improvement and self-care, then you're going to start to see that judgment manifest. You're going to start to see everything that you desire and wish to manifest start to manifest in the tangible realm. And so we're utilizing the resources around us to be able to get that done, and somebody's not going to be very happy about their secrets coming to light. What's going on with this Ace of Swords reversed? Yeah, they're trying to sow discord and confusion within the spiritual community, trying to tell people one minute that, this other reader is not good or whatever. You know what I mean? Now, again, That is not my purpose with this video here. I'm purely doing this because I have been guided to do this on my own spiritual team. I don't have any reason to try to put spells on anybody, to try to get clientele. We built this up from the ground up the first time back in May 2017, and I left for 2 years. We're going to rebuild it without buying subscribers, without buying views. Not that I've ever done these things, but I've even seen people be accused of these things and come to find out those things were true. You guys will be winning a legal battle, so if you guys are going against someone, or even in the spiritual realm, spiritual law does exist, you will be winning that spiritual legal battle, so to speak, or you will be winning that legal battle in the physical realm, or both. Because look at this, Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I see that we are in the upright facing this Ace of Pentacles. So we are facing abundance and a windfall of money coming in because we're paying them no mind. We're not falling for their trap. We're not going back and forth. We're focused on our purpose and what we're supposed to do here, which is to shed light upon all of the darkness going on in the shadows and behind closed doors. This is what this is about, you know. And so I'm feeling like a lot of you guys that are focused on using your intuitive gifts that have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in your chart, I see that you guys are emotionally balanced. You guys are definitely using your intuitive gifts, your intuitive gifts for good. I was thinking about gifts and good at the same time. Brain's moving too fast for my mouth apparently, but you guys are using your intuitive gifts for good, and somebody saw that and they tried to stop your shine, and it may have brought you confusion in the past, like what's going on with this? How come people don't want to collaborate with me? How come people are, you know, turning their backs or you know, acting as though their beliefs or their ideas or whatever are better than mine, but then I go and see them and they're low-key slickness and they're low-key subliminally, you know, signaling to us that they're copying the things that we say and do. And when I say that, I mean, you know, your personality, the way that you dress, the way that you color your hair, the way that you speak, whatever the case may be. These people know what they're doing. And you see them rising to the top with this big old following, and then that's when I started noticing people in the spiritual community with bigger followings, and this is not to throw shade. Let me say that one more again. I'm just calling it like it is. These people are starting to face judgment and face their karma for that. Three of Pentacles reversed. Guys, keep going if you have water in your chart. Now, I see that there are those of us that are leaders in the spiritual community. So when I see Leo in the reverse, I know that that person, there may be someone that has Leo in their chart where they are not happy. They have been using, you know, sex or their looks or their body parts or whatever to draw attention to their page. They may be using dark works to draw attention to their page. And so they're not happy that these secrets have come out about them already. Now, when it comes to those of us that are focused on maybe starting or embarking upon a journey of healing, embarking upon our journey of, doing God's work. And this could take shape in many different forms. There are more than one, just one religion. There's more than just one spiritual path. Now, believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to tear anyone down for their beliefs. I respect the fact that everybody has the right to believe what they choose to believe. But then when I start seeing people in the spiritual community trying to, tear others down because they may do things differently than they do, that speaks very clearly to the fact that they don't work for God, because don't cast stones if you don't want them cast back at you. I know that's not exactly what it said. It says cast the first stone. If you can judge, cast the first stone. None of us can do that. Yet they go around doing these things in the spiritual community because they see that you're beautiful. They see that you're confident now. They see that you are starting to invest in yourself. Your intuitive gifts are on point. Guys, please, somebody clarify for me what the hell is going on here, because this is crazy. They see that, and they are being cold about it. They're being cold to you. They're being a bitch about it. They don't want to see you rise to the top because they just want to be top dog. They feel like there's not enough room and not enough resources for everyone to eat. Or they may feel like they have to tear someone else down to keep their own platform going. For me, the way that I see that is everybody can eat. Everybody can eat. There's no reason for me to waste my time and energy doing low vibrational things, talking down in every video, taking money for doing those things. So let's just go ahead and call a spade a spade. I am aware that these people get paid to do these things to other creators. I think that that is sad. You can't just build your own platform on your own. You got to do it the easy way and then wonder why when your time comes, you have to face that judgment yourself. Everything that you did to the righteous it's going to come back to you 100-fold. So it is so. It's done. Cycle is complete, you guys. People are going to start seeing that, to those of you that are doing something in the spiritual community. Maybe you guys just started out. You guys know why you started it. You started it for giving the messages directly, as a channel of God. I wanted to make sure I didn't butcher that one. You wanted to make sure you were a clear channel for God, the Most High God, the creator of all. We're not talking about Satan. We're not talking about demons. We're not talking about any of that, because I know me as a reader, because I hear so many people trying to use that, that has nothing to do with my works. And I know that because I am me. Now, granted, somebody that's doing that type of work, of course, that sounds like something they would say. But the proof is in the pudding with me. You can go back to any one of my readings and see my spirit, who I am, and the way that I do things here. You can always go back and look at my reviews and see that everybody has gotten every single reading that they have paid for in the amount of time that was told to them. Okay? You see the reviews of people getting actual readings from me. And you know what I'm saying? They're satisfied. You know what I mean? Even the ones that are, if there are any reviews of that, again, I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you, I can say this and then have evidence to back it up based off of other people's rendition that have gotten readings from me, that is. Not people that have never gotten readings, not people that just look at one video and hear a couple words and something stirs in their spirit and makes them want to start talking junk through a screen. See, I don't need a screen to be able to reach anybody, but I have no need to do that. But I'm going to tell you one thing, if anybody comes to me from this point forward, okay, with any nonsense, we're going to leave this here in this reading. I'm not going to address it anymore, but just know that it's going to be reversed and returned back to you 100-fold. That's it. You can believe it or not believe it, but seeing is believing. And when you see it, I'm telling you, every single time I've told someone this, even in my own personal life, okay, we have a track record here, I have seen with my own two eyes and the ears that I have to hear that these people are either gone, not because of me, they're either gone or their whole lives are in shambles, never to be recovered, again, due to their behavior and actions against me. And here I was trying to warn them, even though they were working against me. So I know what I'm talking about. I know the God I serve. I don't need man or woman or child or animal or anything to understand or accept or validate or approve of what it is that I'm here for. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Third eye's open, boo, and I can see straight through it. It's something that I get in my gut every time when I hear somebody talking, and I can tell they don't know the meanings of those cards. I can tell that it's just for a money grab. I can tell that something is smelling fishy, So we're going to wrap this up, you guys, because I don't want to drag this out, right? But let's go ahead and see. So, yes. So I was about to clarify the advice with the Three of Swords reversed. Continue to heal and release yourself from anybody that has done you wrong in the spiritual community. And if you need to speak up, speak up. Okay? If you're going through something, you could help somebody else not go through the same thing. Now, granted, obviously use discernment with the source of what you're hitting, of what you're hearing, and understand the motive behind what you're hearing, and then find evidence to support or completely discredit whatever it is you're hearing from said source. Don't just listen to the source and then be like, oh, that's the gospel. A lot of people do that, but then wonder why they got bamboozled. What I'm seeing is a clarification for releasing yourself from these toxic readers, these toxic people that just are looking at you for a paycheck, always pushing the Cashapp, or always pushing the courses 24/7 in every fucking video. Excuse my French, but it's clear as day to me. It's clear as day to me. And they will get found out, because karma, once you release yourself from this, once you speak up and stand up, I'm seeing that their whole operation is getting shut down, because they're going to face judgment for the things that they did behind the scenes, whether they admit it or not, whether they try to silence the genuine ones or not. Okay? I'm so glad that I did this today because, yes, queen, yes, queen. Okay, the world. You will get your justice, but don't fear speaking out and speaking your truth. A lot of us may be in fear of doing that for fear of retaliation. Guys, get your ducks in a row so that won't be, an issue, or just face the fear and stand up and speak up, because it only takes one. And then it's like a domino effect where everyone is like, okay, this person fearlessly stood up to the beast, so to speak, fearlessly stood up to the bully, so to speak. Maybe I can do the same. And then it encourages the next person to do the same for what's right, not for gossipy purposes and not for being messy. Let me clarify that. To those of you that are taking action on your creative pursuits and on your intuitive gifts or your healing qualities, or whatever it is that you're doing in the spiritual community, whatever your beliefs are, we're not just going to pigeonhole and box people into one belief. I'm open to other people having other belief systems. That as long as they're not going to come over here trying to demonize somebody that knows without a shadow of a doubt that I work for the Most High God. Okay? So it is what it is, y'all. You guys will be hitting the ground running, like I said before. You guys made a decision to speak your truth, and you guys will be able to celebrate and find people that will celebrate you in doing so, and standing up to the proverbial bully, and to standing up to, the person that has been lording over you or just trying to tear you down from day one. See, like I said, 5 of Swords coming out. Definite bullies. Look, I want everybody to look at how this looks here. I cannot make any of this up, y'all. Take a look. Look at how he's looking back with these swords. They tried to cause loss in your life. They tried to cause, you pain. They betrayed you. They talked behind your back. They're looking back at you as you're speaking your truth, and everything will start to manifest in lieu of that. Some of you guys are, in fact, in fear of bullying and all of this other good stuff. But just keep going. Let me wrap this up with the 3 of Cups. Show me the 3 of Cups. So the devil reversed. So we have Capricorn energy coming up and the 9 of Cups reversed. So Capricorns, you guys are reclaiming your power and you're able to celebrate at the end of the day. So just for clarity's sake, we're going to identify something here. Capricorn sun, okay, Virgo rising, and Pisces moon. Okay, so somebody was trying to silence me from confessing. We're not going to name names here. We're just going to let it come out naturally because God it will take care of that. I already know that. I had to learn to stop trying to take, control and take over the reins of trying to stop somebody from doing something to me or plotting or whatever, because it's not going to happen. Whatever they've been plotting and it hasn't happened. We also know what has happened and what I've overcome. So with that said, before I wrap this up, y'all, I know that is his job. Vengeance is his. And so that is exactly the result of this. Capricorn energy, they're reclaiming their power. They're releasing themselves from toxic people, toxic workplaces, toxic habits, toxicity in general, the toxicity that was spread in the background. Okay, and somebody is not going to be happy about it. They're going to try to drain you. They're going to try to drain, your emotional fulfillment. They're going to try to drain your abundance, but it's not going to work because you reclaimed your power from that. So if they're siphoning off your energy, if they've been trying to cause losses within your relationships, if they were trying to stop your progress, if they were trying to stop what God has ordained for you, they're going to end up in deep regret. They're dealing with a lot of stress. They're going to end up losing people around them. They're going to end up losing so much just because they wanted to try to tear you down and make it seem as though you were the problem when really they were doing dirt in the, behind the scenes. So with that, you guys, that is the reading that I have for you. If this reading resonated with you, please drop it in the comments below. To those of you looking for private readings, my email is sagelotus888@gmail.com. You're more than welcome to reach out to me. And until next time, you guys, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.